Okay, I'm going to walk you through the first assignment for the 2085 course. And one thing we'll be doing a lot in this course is downloading projects or to start an assignment or exercise. This will have part of the program that we'll need, and then you'll modify this program, add things to it, and then you want to upload this. Now these projects are multiple files in a folder, and so they have to be zipped together into one file that you can download. So it's this assignment just kind of walk you through that process to get used to it. So the first thing it says is download the assignment one zip file attached below. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here, and here's my assignment one zip file. This link doesn't work. Actually, you have to go over to this arrow over here and hit this. This is the download arrow. So click on that to download the program and save at some location here. I've already downloaded it here. So we've downloaded that. Second, we want to uncompress the zip folder and then open up the project. So I'm going to go to that folder. Let's see, it was in the downloads folder and it was called assignment1.zip. Now this is a zip file. Now the folder has a little zipper on it. Now I could click on this and look in it directly and try to open this up, but this is not going to work. So here's my BlueJ package file, and I could try to open this up. It'll open up in BlueJ, but there'll be nothing there, not the files I want. That means I did not do that correctly. So I'm going to go back to downloads folder, and first I have to uncompress this. So if I right click on it, I should be able to say extract all or something similar on a Windows machine. I'm not for sure what the command is on a Mac, but try that. If you have questions, just Google unzip and then your operating system like Windows or Mac. So I'm going to need in Windows extract this all. It asks where I'm going to save this. So I'm actually going to save it to a different location. I'm going to save it. I've got a folder set up for my 2085 course. So I'm going to go and put it in that course. I'm going to find 2085 there and say extract it to that location. It says it's already there because I've already put it there before. So I'm rather than saying yes, I'm just saying say no. So I've already done it. I can look here, and here's my folder assignment one first object. So again, I'm going to locate that wherever I extracted it, and then again, now it doesn't have a zipper on the folder. I'm going to open it up. Here's my folder here, and here's my BlueJ project file, my package file. I'm going to find the file name package.bluej and open that up. And that should open up BlueJ. Let me resize this to get it on the screen with this. And there should be both a little dog rectangle and employee rectangle. These are two classes, and it should be both here. So this means I've opened up the project correctly. Now, another thing I can do is if I want to open this up later, besides clicking on that file, I can also run BlueJ. Oops, it opened up that project automatically, but I can go there and say open project, locate the project out there. I'm already in my CIS 2085 folder because that's the last folder I was in. I can find the project folder here and just say open, and it'll open up that folder, that project as is. So there's a couple different ways of opening a project, but one way or the other, you want to get this project opened up so you can see the dog and the employee objects. Now let's go back to our instructions. So now we have some options. On some of these assignments, we try to give you different options. Students find it more useful when they have kind of assignments that they see as useful or meaningful. And so with some of these assignments, we'll have a couple different options for what you can do or try out. So here we've got a virtual dog option or a new employee option. You can do either one of these. So if you feel feeling more like this, playing with a virtual dog, do that. If you're more interested in hiring a new employee, try that. I have my cat crawling around me right now and my dog at my feet, so I'm going to do this create virtual dog option, I think. So I'm going to right click on the dog class and choose new dog. Okay, I'm going to go back to Blue Jay, right click on dog and choose new dog. And I'm going to give the dog some name. You could name it Fido or anything like that. My dog's name's Sunny, so I'm going to call it Sunny. So it should open up the terminal window and it should say welcome to your virtual pet. Now I'm going to go back to my instructions, see what to do next. Okay, give the name, I named the dog something like Fido, I named it Sunny. Right click on the red dog object in the object bench and choose some of the methods like pet dog. So again, now that I have this, I'm going to leave this terminal window open. I'm going to move this other window over a little bit so I can see the terminal window while I see this window. And again, when I created my dog Sunny object, it created this here. So now that's what I'm going to interface with, this is my virtual dog Sunny. So I'm going to right click on that. And I'm going to pet the dog, or I can rest the dog, let the dog alone for a while, or I can walk the dog. So I'm going to pet the dog. And it says now the dog is, the dog likes getting pets. Now the dog is happy, wagging its tail and looking at you. So now I can do something else. Maybe I'll walk the dog. And it says you go for a nice walk with the dog. Now the dog is sleeping. Okay, so let's see what we'll have to do here. When the dog is happy, take the dog for a walk and note what happens. Add this to, so this is what I'm going to want to submit today. So I want to get the dog happy and then walk the dog. So I'm going to play with the dog a little more. The dog is sleeping right now. I'm going to try to pet the dog. Okay, now it says the dog is happy. I think every time you pet the dog, the dog gets happy. Now the dog is happy, wagging its tail, and I'm going to walk the dog. You go for a nice walk with the dog. Now the dog is sleeping, so the dog falls asleep. So I'm just going to grab that text and put it in here and submit that. So when the dog is happy, you want to do that. So you want to walk through something like that. Similar for this new employee object, you want to do something similar there. So let's just walk through that again. Since this is the first assignment, I'm going to walk you through the full detail of assignment now. In future exercises, I'll just lay out the basics of the assignment. On learning exercise, I'll walk you through the whole exercise so you have a complete solution. But on assignments, I generally won't. But since this is the first assignment, I'm going to be a little give you a little more information to make sure we get this done. Okay, so for employee, again, I'm going to right click on the employee class and create a new employee, call it something like Tom, then right click on the red employee object. So let's do that. So go back here, I'm going to right click, create a new employee, name Tom. Now we'll talk more about what this is all doing and objects and stuff later on, but we're just going to try this basic stuff out for now. I've got an employee called Tom here. It says you just hired a new employee. And then I can choose a couple things. I can print out a paycheck. Hey, I want to pay myself. There's my paycheck. I'm taking home $420 today. It's not very much. I think I deserve a raise. So I'm going to give myself a raise and give myself another paycheck. So that's all you can do is give yourself raises and give yourself paychecks. Now, what am I supposed to turn in for this? So right click on the red employee object and choose print paycheck. After giving the employee 2 raises, note the final take-home pay. So again, so you'd have to, I've given employees, I've given myself 1 raise. I'm going to give myself 1 more raise. So that's my second raise, and I'm going to print out a paycheck, and here's my final take-home pay. So I'm going to copy that out and submit that. So I'd submit that. Now when you just hit submit, you can either attach a file, there's no file to attach for this one, or just write a comment in there. You can just paste that information you need. Now again, with these assignments, you have to do either one option or the other. You don't have to do both. Don't do both. Just do one or the other. I guess you can do both, but just submit one or the other for this. So, okay, and then the last thing we want to do, I guess, I forgot, I told you there wasn't something to submit, but yeah, we do want you to submit the entire zip file because, again, that's part of this exercise is that in future you'll want to download a zip file, work on it, and then zip it back up and submit it. So we want to turn in the whole zip file and also in the comments paste whichever option you had, the information from that. So how do I find this project and submit it? So I'm going to open up a file explorer, open up like my computer or something like that. I'm going to locate wherever I unzip this. So I have a CIS 2085 folder. And here's this assignment 1 first objects, and inside that is the dog class, employee class, and some of this stuff may be modified. You may have changed it. In this case, we didn't change it much. So I'm going to find that folder. I want the entire folder. And then I'm going to right click on it and hopefully choose an option to put it into a zip file. Now on Windows, let's see if I can get this up higher enough. There should be a send to compressed folder option. So that should be available on all Windows things. You may also have some other programs that will zip things up. I have another program called 7-zip where I can say add to access or add to assignment1.zip. So, but on I think all Windows programs there should be a send to compressed file. So I'm going to click on that and it'll create an assignment1 first object.zip. I actually have a couple of these, so it's adding a 2 under that. So when you first do this, it should just say zip, but it doesn't matter. So just remember what file it's creating there. And then when you go to your assignment, submit that zip file for this. So remember, you're going to submit 2 things. Hit the submit button. Attach the zip file that you created, and then remember in these either tell me what happened to the dog when you took the dog for a walk or what was the take-home pay when you gave yourself 2 raises.